With LEGO prices continuing to go up, LEGO sets continuing to be produced on higher quantities year over year, in today's video, I wanted to discuss, is LEGO investing still worth it? And, well, I continue to get the comment, Cristo, what LEGO sets are you investing in? So, if that interests you, I put together 5 LEGO sets that, regardless of what happens, I think will still be profitable in, I guess, different time frames. So let's jump straight into it. What's up, everybody? I'm your host here, Cristo from Stud City. I love talking about LEGO, investing, deals, retired sets, reviews, basically anything to do with LEGO I love. So today's video is going to be pretty diagnostic on LEGO investment side of things, because as we're approaching the month of August, we're sights on Q4, and that means we're one step closer to retirement LEGO sets. Now, I will say some of the best investment LEGO sets from 2024 came from sets that early retired in 2024. Example, the Mos Eisley Cantina, the UCS set, or the Batcave Shadow Box. Great example. So, with that being said, I don't want to miss out on some of these huge sets that I think have potential to go out of stock from stores. So, we really need to start looking to get them very soon. Starting things off with the LEGO Star Wars category, although I think this one is high up on retail, it hasn't seen a lot of sales. And it's one set that typically is not found in stores at your Amazon, Walmart's, Targets. This is one that's normally just at LEGO for the most part. Amazon ran, I think, a sale on it for $127, which, believe it or not, I think is one of the cheapest price points I've seen it. And that sale did not last long. Same thing with May the 4th. Last year, they ran a sale on this one and was projected to retire in 2024. However, got extended. By all means, it's not a cheap entry set to buy, and it's always something I consider when investing in LEGO. At $160, I definitely want to get a little bit cheaper to hopefully churn a profit later down the road, especially with fees, which I don't really want to discuss in today's video, but it's definitely something to consider when investing in LEGO. Anyways, at $160, where can the price of this set go? Now, it's kind of tough to relate modern day LEGO Star Wars sets compared to, past retired LEGO Star Wars sets, but the old Phantom, I think, is a great example of one that's astronomically gone up in price. That set was extremely cheap at MSRP. I think it was like, I don't even remember the MSRP. It was before my time, but I know the set goes for like $250. However, when they released the Ghost and Phantom 2, that set actually went down in price tag a little bit, more or less after Duel on Peridia came, because, Thrawn, being the second time ever made, was included in that set, and that was the draw and appeal to the retired Phantom set that was created. But regardless of that, I still think this is a great playscale set, and one I've really, really enjoyed. I've already bought numerous copies of this one, and I happen to get them at the $127 price tag range. However, I'd like to load up on more copies of this one, as I'm willing to bet, personally, in my own thoughts and opinions, not financial advice, that this is going to be one that turns a profit later down the road. Aside from that, it also has some exclusive minifigures included in the set, which also has an appeal to LEGO Star Wars fans later down. And this set is actually the cheapest one we're going to be taking a look at today, and the lowest cost barrier to entry. Now, if all of these sets are too expensive for you guys, and you didn't find the price thresholds appealing, because these are expensive sets in today's list, make sure to give me a comment, and I'll be sure to make another video talking about more mid-range sets that I'm still investing in, because believe it or not, I have a wide variety of LEGO investment sets at different ranges, and I feel like under $100 is kind of a sweet spot. So I'd love to make that video if you guys are interested. Moving into the 4th set here I included in my list, I feel like there's no particular order here. I feel like some of these are subjective, but this is definitely one that is high cost to entry, and one I won't be loading up a ton on, but it'll definitely be a set I'll grab a few, 2, 3, hopefully more extra copies of. It's the Ninjago City Markets. And for those of you who are familiar with the theme, well, congrats, you're a geek like me. Power. If you're unfamiliar, well, Ninjago has currently 5 modular buildings. When I mean Lego modular building, I mean they're connected like the infamous Lego modular line, where you can stack multiple of these next to each other and create a nice little display, similar to what you see with Ninjago City Gardens and Ninjago City Markets. However, this is the most expensive modular that Ninjago released at $370. However, I don't want that to scare you away, as the minifig lineup here is quite immense, and that's always a good factor when investing in Lego sets, at least how I invest in this day and age, because minifigures tend to hold their value much more than pieces do. With that being said, I think this is definitely one to play an advantage to. It hasn't seen sales, especially in the masses of online. So that's definitely why it's piqued my interest. If I could find a bargain one here somewhere in the time span of now into the end of the year, I will definitely be all over it. And regardless of that, Ninjago City, Ninjago City Docks, even Ninjago City Gardens that recently retired have all done quite exceptionally well in the retirement life and have increased in price substantially. Now, I will say, keep in mind, when you're already offering a Lego set at $370, how much more can somebody pay for that? And well, the answer is you don't know, right? But this is one I'm definitely betting on because, well, 15-year anniversary of Ninjago is coming up next year, and more hopefully Ninjago lines in the future days to come, and will be a continuous series. The next Lego set is going to hand in hand with the other modular lines. Now, not specifically the Boutique Hotel, but kind of still the Boutique Hotel, which this one's actually currently on sale on Amazon for like $175. So I'll link that in the description for anybody that wants it, which is a great price point. I've loaded up on this set. I know it's widely available at this price point, but I don't really care. I love the modular line, and they've always impressed me in builds. So even if the fact that I was stuck with this set, I don't really mind because of how much I love the modular line. However, the other one that's definitely high up in my interest here is the Jazz Club. Now, these are going hand in hand, side by side. This one is probably more up in my investment list because it has not seen any sales or deals really, especially for the masses. So for that, at $230, I'm definitely trying to get a little bit of a bargain on some cashback deals to get this one lower and essentially invest in this set for later down the road. I love the modular line. I have a bunch of other modulars that I invested in, and all of those have performed quite well for me. And I've sold off a few here and there over the years, but still have quite a portfolio of these that I'd like to, maybe either keep or sell off slowly as, things continue to move. Next up here is no surprise. I think the Lion Knight's Castle. I included this one in the thumbnail, and I honestly believe this set will be a sold out set way before its actual December 31st retirement date. I feel like this one honestly is crazy to see still in August. I guess if my full expectations go, I'm calling this one sold out by October. By October, I don't anticipate seeing this or being able to buy this online, but you never know. This is just one random person on the internet's opinion. So with that being said, I'm going to keep track of this set and try to find a good deal on this one. We've seen a deal on this one in the past. I think it was last Black Friday / Cyber Monday. I think this bad boy went 20% off, which was pretty huge, honestly. So I don't know if we will see that sale again. But at 90-year anniversary Castle, this was one of the most impressive Lego sets I've got to build for Fantasy Era, and this one is quite exciting. So I don't plan on buying a lot of copies. I honestly just want to buy an extra copy to sell off later down the road. But at $400, I feel like this one will easily, after retirement or sold out, will be in the $550, $600 range. I think it just goes with all the minifigures and just how large this set is. And finally, the number one set here I included is one that we saw on sale during the Amazon Prime July week and / Lego Insiders promotion week. This set went on sale for $280, which I don't think is an amazing deal because when this set retailed, it used to cost $300. Lego increased the price point. Boom! They hit us in 2022. Legoflation, baby. $300 to $350. So this one really released at $300 and got increased to $350. But here in modern day duration, seeing that at $280, in all honesty, was a great price point. So I went ahead and grabbed an extra copy of that one. Really good price tag on it. Pretty content. And we'll probably try and buy more of these if they do go on sale later down the road. Keep in mind, this is the second Marvel modular to retire. And it's actually the first Marvel modular that was ever created. So this was the first one that was ever created. And then the second one to retire behind the Sanctum Sanctorum. Sanctum Sanctorum's done pretty exceptional in the aftermarket. And I think this one is just a way better set. Personally, this was, I'm going to call it my favorite Marvel modular, just being the first skyscraper Legos ever made. A lot of anticipation and hype around it. I don't really care about the minifigs, but I know a lot of them are quite valuable, which again is another great indicator for me and the way I invest. But again, at $280, at a discount already than retail, that's how I like to Lego invest. But I'm curious to what you think of these sets in the comments below. And what Lego sets are you investing in? Let me know. Also, if you want to make a video of maybe sets in a little bit more attainable price range, as I do know these are quite expensive. Maybe the $75 to $150 price range. Aside from that, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys found today's video informative, entertaining, insightful. If you did, give this one a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next video.